Hello and welcome. My name is Alan. Just wanted to talk to y'all a bit about these wildfires raging in Los Angeles. We're talking in the heart of Los Angeles itself. Usually you talk about fires threatening this part or this part. No, they're apparently in Los Angeles, from what I've heard. Um, Actually burning through buildings and stuff and homes. Yeah. Let's take a look at this here. From the AP, wildfires burn out of control across Los Angeles area and kill 5 as thousands flee homes. Wind-fueled wildfires continued to grow Wednesday as overtaxed fire crews battled at least 3 major out-of-control blazes that killed at least 5 people and ravaged some of the most picturesque neighborhoods in the Los Angeles area. The fires blanketed the city with a thick cloud of smoke and ash and destroyed homes across the metropolitan area from the Pacific Coast inland to Pasadena, home of the famed Rose Bowl Parade. One of the fires was the most destructive in modern history for the city of Los Angeles and reduced grocery stores and banks to rubble, leveling entire blocks. With thousands of firefighters already attacking the flames, the Los Angeles Fire Department put out a plea for off-duty and out-of-state firefighters to help. The winds temporarily stopped aircraft from dumping water from above until they were able to resume flights. More than 1,000 structures were destroyed and many people were hurt in the fires, including first responders. LA County Fire Chief Anthony Marone said. Yeah. This fire has gotten so bad, and it's in the midst of LA itself. It's not necessarily near, it's in parts of greater LA. So, this isn't a fire burning woodland, which on its own is bad enough. It's destroying actual businesses and homes. I've seen footage on the news where they had to bulldoze apart entire lines of cars because people had to get out and abandon their cars because of the fire. That's how bad this is. Yeah. It's just a disturbing thing. You know, we had the severe damage here when a hurricane decided to ride up the Appalachian Mountains and pretty much completely devastated Boone in western North Carolina, and then it still shed damage elsewhere in the Appalachian Mountain region. Yeah. And now on the West Coast, there are fires that are eating through the entire city of LA. If people can't get it through their heads that, yeah, the climate is changing, these are events that we set in motion, I don't know what to tell people. You know, we did this to ourselves. But because people don't see things over long periods, they're like, I don't see proof of it. It's like, come on, guys. Seriously? But yeah, my heart goes out to those who have lost homes, who have lost businesses, who have lost loved ones. Because we know there have already been at least 5 dead. Images of the devastation showed luxurious homes that collapsed in a whirlwind of flaming embers. Swimming pools were blackened with soot, and sports cars slumped on melted tires. This morning we woke up to a dark cloud over all of Los Angeles, but it is darkest for those who are most intimately impacted by the fires. It has been an immensely painful 24 hours. Like living inside of a fireplace. At least 70,000 people were ordered to evacuate, a number that kept changing because evacuation orders were continually being issued. The flames marched toward highly populated and affluent neighborhoods, including Calabasas and Santa Monica, home to California's rich and famous. Hollywood stars, including Mike Hamill, Mandy Moore, and James Woods, were among those forced to flee. In Palisades Village, the public library, 2 major grocery stores, and a pair of banks and several boutiques were destroyed. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's getting it, and it's eating through homes and businesses. Yeah, it's not just in the surrounding areas. Which, again, on its own, that's bad enough. But it's just really weird coming back to somewhere that doesn't really exist anymore. According to Dylan Vincent, who returned to the neighborhood to retrieve some items and saw that his elementary school had burned down and that whole blocks had been flattened. The fires have consumed a total of about 42 square miles, 108 square kilometers, nearly the size of the entire city of San Francisco. Jenny Girardo, a 39-year-old producer and director from Pasadena, said she was alarmed when her neighbor came to check on her. When I opened my door, it smelled like I was living inside a fireplace, she said. Then I also started to see the ash. Never seen that in my life, like raining ash. Fast-moving flames allowed little time to escape. But yeah, we'll stop reading on that in the meantime because I want to get to this right here. This is from Time. The conditions that led to the unprecedented Los Angeles County fires. Flames from the devastating Palisades fire, the largest of the 4 fires currently impacting Los Angeles County, have engulfed nearly 16,000 acres as of Wednesday afternoon since it was first reported by CAL FIRE on Tuesday. About 1,000 structures have been destroyed, LA County Fire Chief Anthony Marone confirmed during Wednesday's press briefing. The wildfires, which spread due to the lack of precipitation, dry fuel, and strong winds measuring up to 99 miles per hour, have taken at least 2 lives so far. The other article, we've already got it up to 5. Officials confirmed Wednesday. A high number of significant injuries have also been reported, though officials could not share the exact number. So remember, there is a lack of precipitation, whether it be rain, snow, whatever. There is nothing coming from the sky that would help put this out. There is all this dry fuel, all this dry city stuff, as well as any dry woodland, because they said it altogether it's 4 fires, but they're just in and around Los Angeles, eating the city whole. And then, of course, you have 99-mile-per-hour winds, which are keeping helicopters from getting up to use water or any other types of fire retardant to keep the fire in check. It's, yeah. This is a tragic time in our history, LA County PD Sheriff Jim McDonnell said during the press briefing Wednesday. These are unprecedented conditions, but also unpredictable as the fire continues to spread and pop up in different locations. None of us know where the next one is going to be. The devastating nature of the fires is in part due to climate change, experts say, which has exacerbated the size, intensity, and damage caused by the wildfires in recent years. The southwestern U.S. is undergoing the driest 22-year period in the last 1,200 years. I keep telling you all, and I know many of you know this, but there's some of you who there are people who need to hear this, who can't seem to get it through their head that this is actually happening. This is actually real. It's not some big hoax. It's not something made up by the liberal media. No. It's real. It has been studied. It has been confirmed. It has been confirmed over and over and over by different scientists. You know, people used to believe in science. That used to make the world great. And now nobody's like, I don't believe science unless it's something that confirms what I believe. Yeah. As temperatures have risen, so has the aridity or dryness of the vegetation, which proved disastrous when coupled with the gusty Santa Ana winds. The hot and dry Santa Ana winds that often affect the Southern California region and fuel large wildfires such as The ongoing one only makes things worse, said Imperial College London professor Apostolos Valgarakis in a statement. I know I butchered that name. It's a Greek name, you can see by the way it's spelled. But, yeah. Apostolos Valgarakis. Probably still butchered it. I'm sorry. But, yeah. Research has shown that the occurrence of the Santa Ana winds in the autumn are also likely to get worse with climate change, leading to even drier vegetation, fast fire spread, and more intense late season wildfires. The fire scope. The Eaton Fire, which began Tuesday, is the second largest of the 4 Los Angeles County fires, having burnt through more than 10,600 acres as of Wednesday, according to California Fire. The Hearst Fire, flaming in Sylmar, is continuing to rapidly spread and remains 0% contained. The smaller Woodley Fire, named for the location on North Woodley Avenue, Sepulveda Basin, decreased from 75 to 30 acres Wednesday. It is the only of the 4 fires that appears to be under control. Despite broad efforts to take control of the fires, officials expressed their distress about the magnitude of the fires. We're facing a historic natural disaster, says LA County Office of Emergency Management Director Kevin McGowan during Wednesday's press conference. This is not a normal red flag. Yeah. During the press conference, local leaders addressed concerns about fire hydrants that reportedly went dry in the county as firefighters sought to extinguish flames. Local media had reported on the incidents, though discussions about the topic also circulated on social media platforms, including X. LA Department of Water and Power CEO Janice Quinones said that in Palisades, the 3 tanks of water that hold about 1 million gallons each and supply the region had run out because we were pushing so much water in our trunk line, and so much water was being used before it could get to the tanks. We were not able to fill the tanks fast enough, she said at a press briefing. The department plans on sending some 20 water tanks to support the fire department. So yeah, I mean, this gives us a look at how bad it has been in just trying to fight. I mean, they had that one fire, the Woodley Fire, named for the actual avenue, North Woodley Avenue. Not a region, but named for the street where it started. That's scary when it's named for the street. As a result of the pushes to the county's water system, water quality has decreased. Boil water notices have been issued to those in the Pacific Palisades. Other areas could also be impacted. Power outages have also been affecting much of Southern California. More than 1.5 million customers were out of electricity as of Wednesday afternoon, according to poweroutage.us. Quinones said that while restoration efforts were in process, it is impossible to send crews to unsafe areas where the risk remains elevated. Officials also said Los Angeles County was not prepared for the disaster. There are not enough firefighters in LA County to address our separate fires of this four separate fires of this magnitude. The Los Angeles County Fire Department was prepared for one or two major brush fires, but not four, especially given the sustained winds and low humidities. California Governor Gavin Newsom has deployed more than 1,400 firefighters to the region and has declared a state of emergency on Tuesday night. Red flag high wind conditions will likely continue in place through Thursday evening, according to the National Weather Service. The causes of all four fires are still under investigation. Yeah, it's just scary the way it's consuming its way through uh, Los Angeles. Climate impact. The combination of factors compounded the impact and scope of the Los Angeles fires. The LA region has received little rain this year. The latest U.S. Drought Monitor map released last week reported parts of Southern California as abnormally dry, coupled with warmer than usual temperatures. In addition, the area was battling a windstorm the day the fires were reported. The National Weather Service reported wind gusts of close to 100 miles per hour in a region that had received close to zero precipitation with a season of very warm conditions, says Stanford professor Noah Diffenbaugh. This is a very high-risk situation, and it was forecast in advance. Yeah. Again, we're back to the situation with the climate. The climate change is real. People are going to have to get over that fact. Whatever you were watching before has been lying to you if they told you it's fake. The evidence is there. It's been there. We've known this since before I was born. And I'm in my 40s. You know, we've known about climate change since the late 70s. There was already inklings of it by groups like Exxon. They were like, oh crap, what we're doing is greatly changing things. Shh. We don't want to affect our profits. And this is why sometimes I feel it's better to be able to nationalize some of these industries, because for-profit industries only care about profits. They don't give a crap about anything else. You know, health of your nation, safety of the nation, safety of the people, health of the people, a better economy? No. Profit. I keep pointing this out. I mean, I have whole videos on how they are just about their profits. But people can't seem to get it through their skulls. Yeah. But just wanted to talk to you about that. I also have an article here from The Guardian. California fires live. Los Angeles fighting largest blaze in its history as deaths rise to 5. Yeah. Death toll rises to five. Five wildfires blaze in Los Angeles County. Death toll in Eaton fire rises to five. Los Angeles mayor says impact of fires are devastating. More than 1.5 million homes without power. They said you can walk out and it's just smoke filled. And sometimes smoke filled and you can see the flames. I've seen the footage of it and everything. It's just ridiculous. Here we're dealing with one of the larger snowstorms in a while. The last few winters have been rather bland. Occasional snows here or there. This winter we've been hit with a snowstorm that just constantly seems to be added on upon. It snowed several inches and it's kept snowing, but at a very limited pace, but has dropped in temperature so that we are during the day barely in the 20s, and then at night we drop back down low teens. Yeah. Meanwhile, on the other side of the country, this is what we should be dealing with. Not talking about potentially taking Canada and Greenland and the Panama Canal by force. There was a gifting of the Panama Canal slowly back to Panama because we no longer needed it. We had other ways of delivering freight. We don't need Greenland. Hardly anyone lives there. What purpose do they serve us? What purpose do they serve us? And then Canada is an ally, a trading partner, a friend. Mexico, ally, partner, friend. And he's like, let's go in there and go to war. No! No, the stupid burns. The stupid burns so much. So instead of doing things to help people here, to help the citizens here in our own country, it's war, 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 war. And he ain't even in office yet. Anyway, we'll go ahead and end this episode here. Like I said, I wanted to talk to y'all about the fires. It's ridiculous. And I don't need to get fed up further with Trump's stupidity. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing. Ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting these links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.